What happens when one of boxing's pound-for-pound kings, fresh off chasing a legacy-defining fight, suddenly finds himself in a hospital bed because of a wild backstage punch? This isn't just a boxing beef anymore. This is Terence "Bud" Crawford, the man on top of the sport, blindsided in the middle of his grind, and Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the star who seems to be spiraling out of control, turning a fight week press conference into chaos.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. If everybody including with, with him. Fuck.
Question for you. You're a proud father.
And now, from the hospital, Bud finally breaks his silence. And what he had to say changes everything. Let's dive into this. The drama unfolded backstage at the Canelo vs. Crawford press conference, where emotions were already running hot. This wasn't even Tank's event. He had no business being there, but like always, Tank thrives in chaos. According to people who were there, Tank ran into Crawford as he was stepping off stage for a short break. No official cameras were aimed at that section, but the space was packed. Canelo's camp, Crawford's entourage, and even event staff saw it unfold live.
Last one, because Shakur just came through. Talk to me about your relationship. You look like you was in a fight today. What?
It's hot in here. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man.
I mean, bringing him to this fight, getting him ready mentally, if not physically.
Sources say words were exchanged, things got personal real quick, and before anyone could step in, Tank threw a punch that caught Crawford clean. Security rushed in, but the damage was done. Crawford was visibly shaken, checked out by medics, and later taken to the hospital for evaluation. That single punch sent shockwaves through boxing Twitter, with fans asking the same question: why would Tank risk everything again? Now, here's where things get real. Lying in a hospital bed, Crawford didn't sound scared. He didn't sound broken. He sounded locked in. His first words reportedly were, "This don't stop nothing. I'm still fighting Canelo. Tank's just a distraction." That statement alone shows exactly where Crawford's mindset is. He's got the biggest fight of his career lined up against Canelo Alvarez, and no cheap shot backstage is going to take that away from him. Bud basically brushed Tank off like an annoying fly, making it clear he sees Tank as nothing more than noise.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that, dude.
You know? Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality.
Let's rewind. This all started when Tank, in his usual confident style, once claimed that if he moved up in weight, he could easily beat Crawford. For a fighter like Bud, who's dominated multiple weight classes and claimed the undisputed title at 147 pounds, that statement was downright disrespectful.
47. How does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look?
147? I tapped that chin. You know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know he
ain't
is.
got no chin.
I already know he is.
You said no chance.
I got round 5.
I got round 6.
Bud fired back, questioning Tank's level of competition and calling out the quality of his resume.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
There ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining a catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
At the gala, Crawford slipped in a slick jab about Tank's absence, almost like a quiet reminder that he sees himself operating on a higher tier. Tank fired back, leaning on his star power and bank account to make his case, but Crawford wasn't about to let him walk away with the spotlight. The timing of this beef is wild. Tank just announced his plan to retire in 2025, giving him a short 2-year window to prove where he really stands in boxing history.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
With Tank nearing the end, the boxing world is demanding blockbuster fights. A clash with Crawford would be the perfect send-off. Two icons colliding in a fight fans would never forget.
Are you retiring?
Are you losing the love?
What changed?
What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might regain the love for it though? You never know. Like like you said, you got to squawk today.
But while Tank seems eager to make the fight happen, Crawford isn't quite sold, and he's got his reasons.
Tank gave a little prediction on the fight, talked about Errol has a metal shield and you have a glass shield, talked about the punch resistance. What do you think of Tank's assessment, man?
Don't see it.
Could he get it in the future?
Too early.
I mean, you came up from 35, right?
He ain't fighting no real guys at 47.
Everyone's talking about Errol fighting the winner of Canelo and Jamel. Could you ever do that? Is that too much weight? Or?
What, 168?
Yeah.
I ain't going up there.
Right.
So you got Canelo winning then, right? Then
Definitely. If he fighting at 168, definitely.
But hey, Crawford didn't say no either. He'll take the fight if Tank is willing to jump up to his weight class.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and daring to be great.
You would fight him,
man. Tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You're gonna have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know.
Let's be real. Tank Davis hasn't looked like himself lately. After his prison stint, after all the legal drama, after that lackluster performance against Lamont Roach, people are starting to say it, Tank is falling off.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted in the fight.
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids and I had the same thing. I went through the same shit. When I fought Andre, that shit was burning my eyes, so I cut that off.
Instead of focusing on redemption, he's chasing headlines. He's showing up to other fighters' press conferences. He's getting arrested. He's calling out Jake Paul for money fights. Everything except locking in on boxing's elite.
After Canelo, obviously, didn't materialize, was the next one Tank?
Yeah, I mean, that was on the 1 yard line as well, but he has to rematch, Lamont Roach. He wants to get that back. And then we'll be back in discussions with Mr. Gervonta. But man, this is the nature of boxing. You have massive fights on the 1 yard line and things just fall through.
As you're watching it, like he was a gigantic favorite, and this is on the heels of the Canelo thing. Are you like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know, though, because I never really thought Tank was that good. It would just take the right fighter to pick him apart, to be honest. Someone who had high activity and wasn't afraid of his power. So I always saw so many holes in his game. So to me, it wasn't that surprising that someone finally gave him some good work.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195.
Oh, wow. So he would go all the way from 40 to 95?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an exhibition.
Okay. But, and so what does that mean? Is that 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, 10 3-minute rounds.
And when you say exhibition, like, what are the restrictions on that?
No restrictions, just the fact that like we couldn't actually get it professionally sanctioned.
Okay. Is that still of interest to you? Like if he wins the rematch and you beat Julio, is that of great interest to you later this year?
For sure.
And now he puts his hands on Crawford. Not in the ring, not under the lights, but in some backstage hallway. That's not the Tank people fell in love with. The Tank who knocked out everyone and carried Floyd Mayweather's hype machine on his back. This version of Tank looks lost.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done, period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something sort, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
And speaking of Floyd, he has made it very clear whose side he's on. And no, he's not rocking with Tank anymore. Floyd said it straight. Tank disrespected Crawford's family, and that's something Money Mayweather can't get behind. Now that's gotta sting. The guy who has been a mentor to you your whole career suddenly is now switching sides. Let's not forget Gervonta Davis wouldn't be where he is today without Floyd Mayweather. And here's the truth that probably eats Tank alive. Crawford doesn't even need him. Bud's focused on Canelo, the biggest superstar in boxing, and a fight that could cement his legacy forever. Think about it. Crawford already unified at 147. He dominated Errol Spence. And now he's daring to go up against the face of Mexican boxing. This fight is more than just belts. It's about proving who's truly the pound-for-pound king. That's why Crawford told reporters he wasn't letting Tank distract him. Compared to Canelo, Tank just doesn't move the needle.
Oh, I'm feeling great. I've been working out. Actually, I just got done running before we, head into the press conference. So everything is going according to plan, and I'm looking forward to becoming a 3-time undisputed champion come September 13th.
Here's the truth. Tank is small compared to Crawford, and when you stack him against Canelo, he looks tiny. Crawford's already taking a huge leap fighting a naturally bigger man. Tank trying to slide into that mix? It doesn't look like a fair fight. It looks like a setup for failure.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Boxing is a sport where size isn't always everything, but at the very top, it makes a huge difference. Crawford's got the speed and IQ to trouble Canelo, but at the end of the day, he's still facing a naturally bigger, stronger man who can pressure him and wear him down.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make 160.
Another thing to keep in mind, the Canelo versus Crawford buildup is already spicy. Press conferences have been sharp, with Canelo making it clear he doesn't respect Crawford's size advantage or the idea that Bud can just move up and take his belts.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off. Yeah. So it's gonna be almost the same.
Live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Crawford, in turn, has been firing back with confidence, pointing to his undefeated record and dominance in every division he's entered.
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm me against anybody. I ain't never going to say another man going to whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
Tank popping up at that event wasn't some coincidence. He knew the cameras were lurking. He knew this was Crawford's night to shine, and maybe that's exactly why he wanted to crash the party.
Going up those weight classes to face him, you know, how can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because, like, you know, they're smaller, they're not moving like that. But this guy is great at what he do. He got. And another thing, bro, I don't be wanting to. How these guys is. Then you get hurt against
Majimov.
Who?
There you talking about
Gamboa. No, he got clipped by Gamboa, right? Yeah. Right? What the fuck is he's looking this strong over the past year? I mean, these years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So now, that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh. I'm always.
No, do tell. Open up.
And that guy that a part of it, he been caught. Before. He went to jail for it.
You're talking about Victor Conti?
He went to jail, right?
Victor Conti?
Yeah. And he's the owner of the snack shit, right? And he went to jail for it. Now it's like, you know, you see, I don't want to throw him out of the bus, but you see, Earl said some things like that, like about the people using steroids, but he don't want to say no names, but come on, bro.
And of course, in the middle of all this chaos, one name keeps getting mentioned: Shakur Stevenson. Because let's be honest, if Tank really wanted smoke, if he really wanted to shut up critics, Shakur is the fight. Shakur's been calling Tank out non-stop, practically begging for that matchup, while Tank ducks and dodges. Shakur even said he couldn't believe Tank was out here entertaining Jake Paul instead of fighting him.
Didn't say you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
This whole situation proves one thing: Tank is at a crossroads. He can keep spiraling, chasing clout and quick paydays, Or he can get serious and remind people why he was once feared.
You saying he fighting for the money. You ain't saying Mayweather the promotion trying to make the most money off of Tank possible. You saying he fighting for the money.
If he said he went in there 0 times and requested the big fights, obviously he don't really care about the big fights. He just want to get the money, in which he's doing a good job at.
I mean, maybe he just let his team, come up with who they think should be next for him, and maybe that's why he hasn't gone in there. Because anytime we see him, hear him after a fight, well, got to sit down with Calvin and the team and Floyd and London, and they gonna come up with whatever's next.
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.